Happy Thursday, Lexi.
Happy Thursday, Mandy.
How goes it?
It goes beautifully. My cup is overfloweth.
Well, we'll take care of that if.
It's amazing.
What's
You
happening? Tell me. Abundance is our theme of the week. So what's going on here?
Yes. And this isn't saying that everything has been perfect because I have had some of the challenges of my life, right? Like every morning I wake up challenged and triggered. And my day starts right off with whack a mole of triggers, right? It's like not letting you get me today, not letting you get me today, not letting you get me today. But this topic of other forms of abundance, that awareness, like, wow, it's only been how many days since we really kind of dove into it. And I can't help but just notice so much abundance.
Well, right? And I think as more people hop on, like say hello, let us know you're here. We are Sea Goddess Healing Arts, and on Thursday nights we come to you with live readings and many more things. So Lexi and I have so many things we work together on, which is incredible, and I love it. And the weavings of our creations have been a theme of abundance this week, which is a great thing to focus on. So maybe Lex, maybe you could tell our viewers a little bit about some of our things, some of the stuff we do, some of these classes, and what these themes of abundance are coming up in.
Yeah, so we have a shadow twerk class that we have been shadow twerking our way through the retrograde, and it's like this beautiful support group to come together and just lay it on the altar. It's that integration space, that sacred integration space for the things that are consistently happening within our lives. And this theme, it's always so divine how things line up for us in these classes and offerings because it paired perfectly with our this month's soul circle, public soul circle that we held, and we dove into love and abundance and forms of abundance, because I feel like sometimes we get so stuck thinking abundance is money, right? Abundance is the physical amount of money you have, when there are so many other forms of abundance. And so we brought up 5 this week, and since bringing it up, it has just been like, I feel like I'm in like Las Vegas, and like when you get the jackpot, like the golden light shines off. It's been like synchronicities, communication, gifts,
Ding,
all
ding,
these
ding, ding,
things,
ding.
and it's just like, oh, it's been.
Hi, Emily. So glad you're here. Oh, I love all your cool emojis. Lexi, you're frozen, but Lexi will be back. She freezes and comes back. It's all, see, she's like, I'll take a breath. I'll take a beat. I'll take a sip. Hi, Sophia. Happy Thursday. We love you. We're so glad you guys are here. And we are talking a little bit more about abundance. Lexi was just sharing what we have going on at Sea Goddess and how things have been weaving in this theme of abundance this week. So continue, Lex. You are back and you are clear.
Are forms of abundance. So yeah, the 5 forms that we talked about in this week's soul circle were synchronicities. And I never have really considered synchronicities to be a form of abundance, yet my life is so full of them. So to finally bring the awareness to that, it's actually a form of abundance. I'm feeling very abundant in my synchronicities as they continue to just stack up. And every time, my mind is still so blown. I'm always blown away every time it syncs up. I'm like, as if it hasn't happened and continues to happen. I am so grateful for them. Imagination, our free will to think freely and dream, to dream up what we want, what feels good to us, the lives that we want to create. We're supposed to be creating our heaven on earth, right? And without the free will, how could you ever create that or dream that in?
I think that's our biggest component, missing piece sometimes, all that stuff. Hi, Amy. So glad you're here. Sophia's commenting. We will hop into these comments here in a sec. But I wanted to say, I think that that's one of the things we don't realize is the biggest gift of Earth. And I think that's why so many of us choose to incarnate in this planet and work within the realms of free will, because we want to come in here to create change and to help the planet be in more harmony. And we're seeing it all the time in every single aspect of life, that we need to change the way we are treating the earth and ourselves and each other and the oceans. And there's so much to that. And so many of us come down here at a soul level to do it. And with the law of free will, even our angels can only help us so much. They love us. They are here for us. They are with the journey, but you have to give them permission to talk to you, to communicate with you, to help you. I always use the example, if you're driving off a cliff, they can come help you, but it's really hard for them. If you say, hey, angels, come help me, it's like a sliding door opens and they can zoom right in. Whereas if you don't say anything, it's like they got to push really hard through glue or like manipulate their way in. So it's so important, and I'm glad you really brought this up. And hello, we just have so many people here, and I'm so excited. Emily said, so glad to be here. I love this message. It really resonates. Amy said, hello, ladies. Hi, Amy. Glad you're here. Sophia said, when things fall perfectly into place, that's my favorite. Abundance and alignment. Do you want to talk about that one, Lex?
Yes, abundance and alignment. I feel like that's one of those things where we sometimes overlook the alignment, right? Because it usually, for things to fall into alignment, it means something fell away. And when something falls away, how triggering, how upsetting, how, we kind of panic, we try to hold on to things, or we think, oh no, it's something bad, instead of, oh, it's making room for something else to come. That's something that's in more alignment. So when you can recognize that things falling into alignment is truly abundance, it's the abundance of the universe working out for your highest good. How magical. And the law of abundance states that those who believe that there is enough health, wealth, love, happiness, and everything for everyone on the planet, that thought attracts that, and you will see that abundance come into your life. Goes hand in hand with Dispenza and his teachings of, you think it to create it, what you think you call in. So it's like all these layers that fall together, all these great teachings, and we're here to live in that and experience that shift in mindset. Makes it the intention behind it is so powerful. When you bring your attention to it and put that intention into it, you become a magnet for more abundance, for more synchronicities, for more alignment, for more health, wealth, creativity, for all of it, to dream, right? It's like, it's magnetic.
It is. And that's how it works. And that's, that moves into the law of attraction. I love it so much. Emily said, hey, Sophia, it's good to see you here. Yes, we love you, Sophia. And Sophia said back, hey, I need some of this talk. Been feeling so low lately, or so low, laugh out loud. I even felt really low earlier. I'm just like, but you know what? It's Mercury retrograde, and we're supposed to be feeling the highs and the lows and doing the reevaluations and showing up for things differently. And got to remember, with the love and the light, there's the shadow and there's the dark, and we got a yin and yang. And even I was like, I had to like gear up for like readings tonight. Now I feel good and I'm stoked and pumped to be here. But for like a hot minute, I was like, and we all go through it. So I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're sharing, and we love you.
Those energetic ebbs and flows.
Yeah. And even Amy just commented too. I'll show you your comment, but she said, "Well, I was wondering what is happening to me. It's the middle of Mercury retrograde. There's a lot going on. We're in eclipse season. We're in between moons right now." What were you going to say, Lex?
We're in a year 7. We're in such an insane year. We are in such honestly, it feels like such an honor to be on Earth at this time. Like, when you look at the bigger picture of what's happening and what the Earth is going through and what the human consciousness is going through, this grand awakening. And this is a year of accelerated awakening, spiritual connection, the divine experiences, and like realizing who we are, our soul's purpose, reconnecting with that, getting those clearer channels. It's like the year of clearing out the channeling of spirit and our connectedness to ourselves, our souls, and our purpose. So it is with that comes, right, the change of tides. So it is an ultimate tower moment. I feel like it is the tower moment. Things are falling apart for us to rebuild it back the way it should be, and with purposeful intention, mindfulness. So we're going to see a lot of this shadow play here. And I love, Sophia, the comment with your son. How amazing to know that you have a child who has such a heart and is so connected, and to know that he is one of the next waves of light coming to this earth. And what a great job for how you handled that, and then gave him the space to, exert love in that situation and love for the earth. So round of applause, Mama. Round of applause. Such an abundant moment. Thank you for sharing that.
Love it. As we mentioned, Amy was like, I was wondering what was happening to me. And hello, I think it's Talia Jasmine, might be how you pronounce it. Does it cost money to get a reading? No, not tonight. Thursday nights are free reading night. We do have a virtual tip jar. If anybody wants to tip us, there's a link in the description to all of our things on Sea Goddess. We've got Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, all that stuff. But no, what we do on Thursday nights is we have fun and we hold group soul space and we have discussion. People ask questions and they also ask us if they want a reading. So if you have anything in particular or any particular questions, let us know. Drop it in the comment. If you just want something general, let us know that too. And we'd be happy to pull cards. And anybody else who wants a card tonight or a little reading, let us know because we're here. We're ready to rock and roll. Sophia said, yeah, it was a great moment. Oh, heartwarming. Love it. So, Lex, do you want to pull a card for in general to get us started tonight?
I do, and I'm going to pull from my new deck that I absolutely love, the Metaphysical Cannabis Oracle.
So cool.
And I should know the author of it. This deck is just beautiful. It has been such a joy to work with her. And what messages do we have for the collective tonight?
As it's a jumper.
Ooh, look at the Solitude card.
That's beautiful.
No face, but the light, leading by light.
Oh, that's all of us in our dark Mercury retrograde spaces today.
Yes, cloaked in a beautiful, wrapped in our favorite Mother Ganja plant, beautiful green cloak. And look you've got some lush plants all around and holding the light. And let's read what this card, Ancorita is, I think, the name of the card. 38. Let's see what this Ancorita has to share with us. 36 or something. Okay. Salt cleanses Ancorita's energy as they pass from community to isolation. A plant beside the door aids naturally in their purification. For reflection, Ancorita requires solitude. When this card appears, it's time for you to take some time to be alone in order to unlock something in your subconscious mind. It is time to awaken the inner world with the outer world by dream walking, astral traveling, and meditating. The lesson this card brings is that although we may be a community of the same, we must each walk our path alone. This is the card for taking a risk and doing what you truly want to do. There is no way to tell for sure what lies ahead because the salt lamp only lights so much of the way. But when held close, it illuminates your inner heart space fully. If Ancorita has shown up in your cards today, it is time to recharge in no one's company but your own. No one else can join you in your inner work, but you can always be on the lookout for a guide, spiritual teacher, or oracles. A journey of self-discovery is upon you, backed by your ancestors' vibration and your higher self. Ask yourself, am I afraid of the silence in my head? Do I find excuses to not meditate as a way to avoid my solitude? And we were just talking about self-love and abundance. And in order to call any abundance in, you got to have that self-love. You got to know what it is you want, right? Truly have that space to hold with yourself. I always say the most important relationship you have is that relationship with yourself, right? Because if that relationship with yourself is not in good standing, then none of your relationships in your life are going to be of balance, because you can only
Direct reflection.
with the love that you have for yourself. So I feel like so many fear the solitude, fear being alone. And if you do, I feel like that is the calling, the itching to dive into yourself and become your own best friend, to become your own best company, because you truly are. And that's, when you become even better company for those around you too. And you attract at that point the true ones you want to be around. So, and I love how it brings up the salt lamp, only lighting a portion of the way, because so many times we want to see the ending. We want to see where we're going all the way through. And that doesn't let us be present on the journey, right? When we're too busy focused either in the past or too far in the present, that takes us away from that present moment, right? From being in that moment. So trusting, it relates so much to the Fool's card too, in a way, right? Trusting that the universe has you, and that, following the breadcrumbs and just shining your light and heading in the direction that you feel best for your soul, for you. Juicy, juicy.
I love it. What a great card. What a great way to open tonight. I love that one.
Wow.
Hell yeah. And I think it just suited all of us and how we were feeling at the beginning of this show. So Amy said, can I ask about my job/career? You want me to go first, or you want to go first, Lex?
Why don't you go first? Do you want me to take a list of the names that would like card readings? I'll start our
That
list.
would be awesome. And Sophia, I see yours, and I've got a lot for Sophia when this comes in. And if you want to do some one-on-one time soon too, just reach out, let me know, because we can definitely hold some space around this. We'll get to that though. We're gonna get to you next. And it's happening for a reason, and it's gonna release. Don't you worry. Mercury retrograde is all about releasing, and then things get really irritable for a little while and really clear for a while so that we can release and transmute it. All right. For Amy, can I ask about my job and career? I'm going to pull you some tarot cards. Take a look at this. Amy, job and career. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Okay. This is very interesting. So first you get the Judgment card. Then you get the Pan card. In my deck, it's Pan, which is like the Devil card. And then you get Temperance. So what they're showing is that you have really taken some time to determine what it is you want, what it is you need. Maybe that's still becoming clearer, but you've at least done and discerned what you needed to do and took action steps around it. And you've been in this place of wondering if it was a good decision or a bad decision or what, but they're showing me it's important for you to accept this beautiful decision you made and to hold the space with yourself. And they're showing with this Pan card, this Devil card coming up here, it's like your inner talk and questioning and worrying and wondering what's going to happen. They're showing it's so important to remember to trust in your skills and talk positively to yourself. And they're showing just like, yeah, that you're your own worst enemy sometimes, and it's important to let yourself, like, have your angels on your shoulders a little bit more than the devil on your shoulder right now telling you things, and have patience. They're showing this is also paired with echinacea in my herbal deck. They're showing it's a time to heal, to relax, to let yourself have peace, and to not settle, to really test the waters to see what feels in alignment for you. And when it's right, you can trust it, and you're going to move into that. So looks like there's a little in between action. Looks like you're trying to test the waters and see what's good or what's right. And they're showing don't talk yourself into anything. We have a saying at Sea Goddess we love from our friend Leslie Lyon. That's it. If it's not a fuck yes, it's a no. If it's a maybe, it's a no. If it's a no, it's a no. So sit with yourself and see what really is feeling like it's pulling you. And sometimes it's a fuck yes to taking a rest, or or to nourishing yourself, or starting a new fitness journey, or studying more, or really letting yourself choose between which position feels best for you, or going for a promotion, or anything like that. So I hope that helps, and I'm so glad you're here. Oh, and it looks like we got another goddess in the queue. Jessie May's coming on. Oh, perfect timing, actually. This is going to be great for us to jam with Sophia. I'm excited. Jessie May's in the house. What up?
Jessie!
Oh, I'm sorry, ladies. Oh my god, my class ran too late.
Girl, we're having a party.
You're doing your thing.
Jesse's doing incredible things. Have you shared publicly what you're doing yet?
Here and there, but not in a huge public way. No, but
if you want to right now, you're welcome to. If not, we're just glad you're here.
Okay, well,
Lexi's going, do it.
I'm taking psychic investigate. Well, I don't like to use that word so much, but like intuitive investigator classes to eventually help law enforcement solve cases and find missing children. The children thing is my ultimate goal, but I have to learn how to do all sorts of other it's been difficult and disturbing, but worth it in the end. So anyway, I had to make sure that she reviewed my homework before I left, and I was like, of course I was last. But anyways.
Well, we are glad you're here, and you are not late, and you're perfect as everyone else is right now. And we were just pulling some cards for Amy about her job and career. I went first. Lexi's going next, and then we've got lots of guests stopping by. If you feel called to, well, what I'm going to say is we have all these trolls stopping by, and what happens is if anybody reaches out to you for a reading, they're preying upon you. All the best teachers I know, all my teachers, us, we let people come to us for readings. It's a very sacred thing, and we don't tell people what they need. We let them come to us, and so if that happens to you, use it as a learning experience to let you know someone's kind of maybe preying upon you, and also an opportunity just to to say no and to learn and have an integral business. And so many people are gifted, but we don't have to go around poaching people and trolling them and on their vulnerabilities. So thanks for stopping by. You are blocked. So back to Amy and the second part of her reading with Lexi. And then Jesse, you came in for a perfect time for Sophia's comment we're going to talk about next, which is going to be a great discussion for all
of us. Ooh, Amy, we got the bong choices. And this talks about bringing in the elements in your life and the choices, and that we have ultimately the power to choose, right? So I feel like this job career thing, there's some choices for you to be making here. Now be checking yourself. Are these certain choices, are these for you? Are these pressure from external forces? What feels in alignment for you? And are you doing it to please others? Are you taking it because it's what other people say it's such a great? Does it really feel truly good for you? I almost feel like there's maybe a major career shift happening or calling out to me.
She got the Judgment and the Temperance with that too.
And it's so funny because look, I also got echinacea for her again.
Oh wow! And Lexi's in Vermont and I'm in New Jersey. Like, what are the freaking odds?
What are the odds of that?
So look up echinacea and all the things that it serves if you're not already drinking it in a tea and what it might do for you. I know it's excellent for immunity and many other things. Actually, I'll look it up while you're jamming.
And so we have this, the card that I cannot pronounce, Anderosinin Traditions. And this card is about, I really believe it's about creating, like being aware of your choices, your actions, what you choose to act upon. So like, what traditions do you want to be handing down? What's your life?
Oh, Lexi's freezing. But she was saying, what traditions do you want to create? What path do you want to forge for yourself pretty much as you're walking this right now? And you were really in a co-creative time. There she is. I was finishing your sentence in Lexi style a little bit, but
no worries. I have full service. I'm connected to the internet. The box is right there.
Mid-Merc.
Crystal keeps picking up though on that energy that like shuts me out in this house, and every time it shuts me out, and I can feel it sometimes be like, be quiet.
Ooh, okay. Health benefits of echinacea, particularly echinacea tea, which I drink all the time. It's purple coneflower also. It's mine overwintered. I have 2 of them that are coming up right now. They're not blooming yet, but they will soon. And many people have it. And the Native Americans used it for a long time before European settlers came. And some of the things that it can be really good for is boosting your immunity. It also lowers blood sugar levels, reduces anxiety, and treats certain skin conditions. It may also use to help treat inflammation and migraines. And there's many more benefits as well. So
I have
got
to.
any of those things going on. The echinacea a cup of tea might help you out.
I got to read you about this. So this is 3 of air echinacea. Speak the truth about your heartbreak.
Oh.
Be the medicine that heals the pierced heart. Healing from grief takes time. 3 echinacea flowers pierce the sky on a cloudy summer day. An abandoned barn with a rusted roof stands in the background. The sun and rain battle for position. Bursts of light are followed by short showers. Tattered petals of pink flowers fall as the plant bends toward the ground to offer its seeds. New buds emerge from beneath the thick green layers of leaves. Heartache leads to self-knowledge. You may be confronted with an agonizing reality. Wild echinacea, a potent medicinal that once blanketed the prairies of North America, is now endangered. We may never again experience wild, abundant fields of this electrifying pink flower. See things as they truly are and accept the loss. Healing lies in your ability to learn from the devastation. Echinacea remedies increase resistance to infection and build a strong body. Embracing painful truth leads to resilience. Seek out strong allies who will help you through the grieving process. Find comfort in your sorrow. Echinacea is a slow-growing plant. Sit with your grief as long as it takes. And it's so funny because you got sit happens, let sit happen to you.
Oh.
And then you got the path to inner peace begins with 4 words. Not my fucking problem. Let that crazy ass shit go. So, I hope some of that resonates a little. I feel like it's let go of what everybody else wants you to do, or it's pressuring you, or telling you is the best choice for you, and follow, meditate on that, and do what's going to light you up, what's going to fill your cup, what feels like that spark of electricity within yourself. So you have the power to make those choices.
Beautiful. And I've been honored to sit at Soul Circle with Amy, and I know that resonates with her. So big love to you, and you can share as much or as little as you want. But she said it does, and I took a role for others and not for me. Yep. Yes. Ah, Jess, you want to go ahead and hop in on this one, or would you like?
Well, I have no idea what's going on, but I did draw a couple cards, so I'll just show them. I'm sorry. I'm like just trying to. Okay.
You're perfect. Amy's original question was about career, and so we were talking about that, but lots of other things have come up. So whatever came out is for her, no doubt. And welcome everyone. If you're just tuning in, we are Sea Goddess Healing Arts. It's Thursday night. We're doing Thursday night lives. You're here with myself, Mandy, Jesse, and Lexi, and we're pulling cards, doing readings. Please give us a like, a share, a follow. We have a virtual tip jar. We have a link to our website. And this is just an opportunity to hold space. And we'll tell you more about our upcoming events, Mercury retrograde, and all the energies going on. So thank you all for hopping on. For Amy from Jesse.
Okay, so I drew from my Power Animal deck first, and I got the Wolf Guardian. It says you are safe and protected at all times. So whatever it is, just know that you're safe through it. And then I got from what is this? My Saints and Angels deck, which is usually an ancestor coming through. I got higher education. So I feel like also whatever you're going through is a learning experience, maybe what not to do. I'm getting more of like a what not to do kind of thing, but I'm seeing this here, and it's making me feel like I should remind you to stay balanced, like be that red dot in the middle there, I don't know. I mean, yes, I do know. Okay. And then from my brain, Avalon deck, I got the Merlin. I love this card because this guy is like the most powerful wizard there is. There's the dragon, ladies. There he is.
These dragons. We'll talk to you guys about that in a little bit.
So the Merlin says alchemy, justice, and balance. Oh, no way. So, okay. So, yeah. Balance is necessary. The justice, I feel like, is justice for yourself and what you like really want. That part of you is like, hey, what about me? What about me?
And in my reading, I pulled the Judgment card was the first one that came up, and then the last one was Temperance. And Lexi had similar things too.
The first word on this card is alchemy. So it's having me mention that anything that isn't how you'd like it can be changed by you. And that's part of the higher education, like learning what you don't. I have gotten to where I am by learning what I don't want more than what I do want. That's how I've always gotten the most clarity. I finally evolved a little bit where I can, like, but there's something to be said for making the wrong choice. Whether it's wrong or I don't feel
Great
like
learning
it's
opportunities, right?
Your education, not wrong, just teaching situation.
It's so funny because the bond card I pulled for her was alchemy. It was alchemy. And then and it brought up that we have the choice to change, right? To write the narrative, to take the situation, the energy at hand. And that's truly, I feel like not mastering, but coming into our own is when we can learn how to alchemize the energies and the things in our lives, right? The things that are coming up. And especially when it's challenging things, right? How to alchemize that into something that serves us versus something that drains us or is there to, work against us.
Totally.
I just want to point out in the Merlin's room here, he has all sorts of things. He has an owl on his shoulder, which represents wisdom to me. There's a book in front of him, which represents like intellectual knowledge as well. There's a full moon in the back. He's also sitting in a really cozy looking chair with a pet dragon who he looks like a protector, which would reflect on the wolf saying you're safe at all times, guardian. I feel like it's a good message.
Beautiful message. Sophia said Merlin heart. And we're going to go up to Sophia's reading next. Courtney hopped on and said, hi, everyone. Hi, Courtney. So glad you're here. Lexi's got something. What's up, Lex?
For Sophia, I'm so ready.
You're so ready. You're pumping it up.
Courtney,
and then Amy confirmed I wanted her to share, but she said my mom, and she's definitely grieving her and spending time with that. And so she's also coming through with signs and things. And you guys, I'm sure, gave her a lot of beautiful confirmation. And Sophia said, what a strong message. And Emily said, ooh, so powerful. And Sophia said, I need this, y'all. Excellent. Well, we're coming for you, Sophia. Sophia's got a hot topic, and I'm grateful for your topic because I'm going to be honest, this topic has broken up friendships, business partnerships, relationships, so many things in my life. I've certainly been a victim at one point or another, like many times in different times and circumstances. And it's a level of consciousness you get to. All the greatest teachers, all the greatest healers, all the greatest people out there. If you watch, like there's even some, if you watch The Secret or certain documentaries or Emotion 2.0, things like that about healing, they're like, yeah, like every teacher's like, I'm thinking like Joe Vitale, who does like the Ho'oponopono. He's like, yeah, I was homeless. This happened, like this, whatever. It becomes neutral. It becomes wisdom. You start to heal your traumas and dramas, and that pain and those energies that once controlled you, those attachments, it just turns into facts. Okay, yep, that happened, but the feelings aren't there. And the knowledge and the wisdom and the experiences, then you really start to respond more as opposed to react. And so many transmutive things come in. So Sophia's comment is, I'd love a card on why I can't move out of my victim mentality. It's disgusting to me. I've tried. I'm so tired of poor me. Look at what happened to me about a specific situation. I'm sick of myself. Laugh out loud. And as someone like I broke my back a bunch. I've been raped. I've been in bad relationships. I've had, alcoholic parents, all the things. Like I've had many opportunities to do all the victim stuff, and I did it for a while. But like I said, when you get to this certain level of consciousness, all of a sudden you get sick of your own shit. And you're like, I don't want to vibe with this. And you know what? Like, yeah, that happened, but I'm me. I'm here. I got all these wonderful things. I've got this presence to co-create with right now. I've got opportunities to move forward in my life. And so we're going to jam so much about this. And I can't wait to see. I have lots to say, of course, and I could go on all night. But Lexi and Jessie have a lot to say about this too. And we'll certainly pull you cards.
Can I just say something before I even draw cards?
Yeah.
Drop the T on that. If you're going to say you can't, you can't, So you can. You can't, it's I can, Anyway. I just shuffled the Saints and Angels deck and drew the exact same card. I just shuffled it, like did the whole super shuffle, and I got higher education again. So I feel like that's what this whole dilemma is part of. Earth School. Don't we love it here? And from my Avalon deck, I got the card of disruption. So this is something that you're stuck on, but you're also believing that you're stuck on it. So if you believe that you're not stuck, I feel like you won't be stuck much longer. Because also I see a waterfall, so it's like, once you get over that crest, it's just effortless. I have to remind myself of that all the time. From a different angel deck I got friendship and union. Every time I see purple, I feel healing, and when I see green, I think of the heart chakra, so that might have something to do with where the issue is coming from. Like it might be like the hurt may have been coming from somewhere that's close to you. I don't know if that's family or not, but somewhere close, because it's affecting your heart, not just your aggravation level. But find comfort in your friends and find comfort in like-minded people. Talk about it. Exchange energy exchange. And then I'll do one more from the power animal deck.
And in the meantime, while you're doing that, hi, Crystal Jordan. She's fresh out of surgery, getting her rotator cuff all fixed. I don't know what it is in your shoulder, a bunch of things, I think. But either way, she's going to be way better, and she's probably a little loopy. And I'm glad you're tuning in. So welcome. We're glad you're here. And we're talking about victim mentality a little bit with Sophia and pulling cards for her. So great time to tune in. She said, woo! And Sophia confirmed, yes, family, 100%.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the heart. Like, it's really like you're feeling like a victim because whatever happened was extremely hurtful on a deeper level. It's not like, something at your job where you're just upset or frustrated. It's like a deep thing. And so I feel like loving yourself might be an inner child thing. My last card from the animal deck is Butterfly Transformation, and it says get ready for a big breakthrough.
Ooh.
So I think that this dilemma is running its course, and you're learning a lot from it, and it's not a permanent disruption. Just get over the crest of the waterfall, and you'll see how effortless it can be eventually. Lean on the people you can count on, and screw everyone else. I don't care if they're family. They're not family then, so. And believe that you are not stuck. You are not stuck. Because if you keep saying, I can't move past it, you definitely won't move past it. Our words and thoughts are super, super powerful. And I know that you are super powerful. So just pay attention to your inner dialogue.
Yes. Okay, she's got some comments coming in. Crystal said, I'm actually not loopy at all. I have no drugs in my system. So you're a badass. Way to go. Even the anesthesia and stuff, I cry like a baby when I come out usually. But last time I was like good, and I laughed and it was good. So you never know. And Sophia also said, Crystal said, Sophia needs to be nice to herself because she's amazing and I love you all. And Sophia commented and said, whoa, butterflies have been everywhere and I want to be Pocahontas. I want to Pocahontas that waterfall. I think that's a nice segue into Lexi.
Oh, it is. It is. So it's so funny because you're talking about, Jesse, about the inner child, and I can't help but feel the spark that, I could be wrong here, but the wounding that happened that is causing this stuckness and this victim mentality is your inner child not feeling safe still. hurt, not feeling validated from this situation. Like, how could it? How could somebody, right? So how do you move out of that when it doesn't make sense still, right? When there's the part of you that is still stuck with that scenario, right? And like feeling the pain of it. That's probably a part that probably you feel ripped off in, your childhood and part of your life. So it's not a switch. It's not all of a sudden it's like, oh, I forgive and I'm out of it. It's a dance. It's that dance, that continual dance, right? And it's so funny because you got right away walking meditation. And I wanted you to see, so you got walking meditation and rye, and the way that they came up was the walking meditation into the rye. And the way that I see this is like a younger version, and then like her crone version, her older, not crone, but an older version, right? And it's like that work, that journey inwards into your soul woods, right? Your soul garden, into your soul garden, that's going to lead you, right, to this feeling of abundance and the blessings. That work is going to lead you. It is possible for you to do this. So like Jessie said, the focus on what are you telling yourself, right? Why are you telling yourself that you are stuck here and you can't move on from it? Why are you telling yourself from it? And I got the fear card, and it says, I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. How can you love yourself through a situation that was so painful, so traumatizing, and so unfair, right? That's not easy to do. And that's when healing seems like you want to throat punch the person telling you to just give love to the situation. But it's like the inner child's like, no, I want to kick somebody. I want to throat punch somebody. I want the justice, right? I want the karmic revenge. I want some sort of peace. It's hard to sometimes forgive a situation that took so much from you, that caused so much suffering and pain and so many, like the domino effect of negativity and cycles and pain and suffering. So the energy around the walking meditation card, just go. Just go within, just go within to that part of yourself and make it your mission. Make it your mission to do that journey, to find to that peace, right? For yourself, not for anybody else, not for the person that gave that to you, but for you, right? You're not forgiving the situation or moving out of victim mode and saying that didn't happen to you. It's not going to remove the fact that what happened was not fair to you and that it was wrong, because it was. But it doesn't have to carry and be a weight that you carry with you, right? You can let that weight go eventually, and it takes work. It's not easy. But the card here, I just wanted to, the walking meditation. I attract good fortune like bees to honey. I am grateful for my blessings. Those thoughts that I can heal, I can release this. That is going to attract it. So just like bees to honey, those thoughts and what you're telling yourself will attract it. I am healing. I am breaking free. I am not the victim anymore, because you are not. You are one of the strongest, most incredible souls. It's been an honor to meet you. It's been an honor to hold space with you. You are so capable of it, and you're doing it, and you're doing a great job. And it's not fun, and it's not easy, and there's layers, and there's times where you're like, I thought I moved on, why isn't it letting up, right? It's the layers to it. But luck is on your side. Luck is on your side. This arrow, I love that it's the new moon in Sagittarius, and I love when the arrow comes up, because that pull back, this is your pull back, right? You're getting pulled back, and you're going to shoot forward with this, with your intention, with your goal, with all of this is going to be your motivation to heal. And that's going to lead you to this epic moment where you are celebrating, where you are at peace, where you are feeling the protection, you're feeling the release, you've stepped into your light. This is going to be an epic part of your story, and you're going to be able to then one day share it without having to relive it emotionally and feeling, and you're going to help so many others, because this is not easy. There is no manual for healing. There is no right or wrong way. It is the hardest ride. It is getting on a roller coaster and not being able to tap out or get off. So You're on the ups and downs. Hang on, girlfriend. Luck is on your side. Meditate your way through it. It's better than sitting around and letting yourself stay stuck in certain things. So meditate through it. And remember to carpe fucking DM, girl. YOLO. YOLO. That life, that freedom, you deserve it. It's coming your way. Believe you already have it. And so, there was one thing in here that I felt like I wanted to read to you. Okay, so when this card for the Vry arrives for you, it's acknowledging that the veil is beginning to lift and your biocomputer is beginning to deprogram. With the cannabis plant spirit's guidance, if you receive Vry in a reading, ask yourself, what's the best thing that can happen today? How does it get any better than this? Am I afraid to ask what I want because the risk of rejection or denial? Release fear and believe your higher self. The higher plant spirit is guiding you to not fail. You are not going to fail in releasing this. You are doing the work and you are doing a great job. And so remember that you are a pillar of light. Shine that shit bright. It is what happened to you is not you. It is your building block. It is that pull back to shoot you forward. Use it as that fire and as that motion to push you forward into what you want to call in the life that you want to create. Feel it because it is yours.
Oh, how beautiful. Way to go.
Sorry.
He is loving it. No, do not say sorry. That is exactly what Cynthia needed right now. Lisa Erickson's here in the house. Hi, Lisa. So grateful you're here. How beautiful. Helen just stopped in. Hey, Helen. So glad you're here too. Kelly Lightbridge is here. And she said she loves that deck. And did you make a comment, Jesse? You're wearing a shirt or something? What's going on there?
I'm wearing this shirt.
What?
Yeah.
Dope. Did Kelly make that?
No, she sent it to me as a surprise.
Aww. Love it. So it's Thursday night. Welcome. So glad you guys are all here. We're doing free readings. We're also sharing a little bit about Sea Goddess, what we do, our upcoming events. What do we have going on? We got a drum circle in person in New Jersey on Friday night. Lexi, do you have Goddesses in Recovery Sunday, right? You want to tell everybody what that's about?
Yes. Goddesses in Recovery is this Sunday at 3:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is a nice sacred space. We meet on Zoom. It is for anybody in recovery, supporting somebody in recovery, somebody who wants to support the recovery world. So it's just a nice place to come. We can lay it on the altar. Themes arise, topics arise, and it's just a space to come. We send out prayers to those that are in active addiction, to those battling it, and then we just also hold space to continue on our healing journey. And yeah, it's sacred, and you are all more than welcome. If you feel called to come join us, and it's free.
Beautiful. It is. And we're in Shadow Tour class right now. We have a new Tarot Tuesday that's going to get released soon coming up. We have all kinds of stuff. So check us out. And we're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Our beautiful astrologist and goo of Sea Goddess Ursula is off tonight, but we love her. And she's got a great podcast called Becoming Chiron, which is an incredible astrology podcast and reveals her personal journey. So you may really enjoy that as well. And if you'd like a card or a message, or if you have any questions or topics you want us to talk about, let us know. We'd be happy to pull a card for you. So Lexi, was there anybody after Sophia? Oh, Lexi's coming in. Oh, Lexi's gone. So Lexi was making a list. I'm going to scroll back up about who wanted a reading. But if you want a reading, drop it on in the comment. Here we go. Kelly or Helen said, "Can I get a card?" And Lisa said, "Please." So we got you. We're going to do Helen first and then Lisa and go from there. And if I missed anybody, just comment, let me know. Clearly, we're a little glitchy with Mercury retrograde right now and all of this beautiful light up on the ethers, everyone tuning in and us here on the screen. Lexi will pop back in any minute. She's great with that. And in the meantime, let's pull Helen some cards. Do you want to start, or Jess, or would you like me to?
Okay, I'll go.
Okay.
Okay. I'm pulling from my Power Animal deck first. Okay. Okay, I got buffalo, which represents abundance, which has been a major theme lately in basically everything we've been doing here, at least this week. And
That's
it
how
says,
we talked. We started the whole show talking about how abundance been the theme. So you're
oh,
right
really?
on track. Yep.
I missed the first part. You are provided for in all ways.
Oh,
That's a super strong dude. Um, yeah, amazing. I know it's hard. I feel like it's important to say. I know it's really hard to remember that when it doesn't look like that, but you are. I'm pulling from my Avalon deck, and I got movement. A lot of times when I feel like things aren't going anywhere, I look for any sign of movement. And as long as there is movement there, I am able to understand that I'm not stuck. This is a river, but it's not rapid, or it's not a waterfall or anything like that. But the closer I look, I do see little ripples. And so I feel like it's important to say what I just said, that look a little bit closer and you will find movement. And as long as there's forward movement, there's hope, right? And from my Saints and Angels deck, there's also water in this card. Saint Christopher, safe travel. So I feel like that does tie in, that you're safe, your travels are safe, so you're provided for in all ways, and there is movement if you look closely. And sometimes, I mean, right now I don't want to go fast, because a card that jumped out of the Saints and Angels deck just now, pause. I know it's backwards on my screen, but it says pause. And again, anytime I see purple, I know that it has to do with healing. And I don't remember where I put it, but just today I wrote something like power in the pause or something like that. And especially Mercury retrograde, you don't really want to be signing any papers or doing anything huge. The eclipse window is a big deal. So maybe the small rippling movement is the best course of action right now, that we don't really need huge, big things to go on. But your travel is safe and you are provided for during this time.
beautiful. That was great. Welcome back, Lexi, and hello, Beth. BethCon 5's up in the house. Hi, friends. We're glad you're here. We did start a new list, Lex, while you were gone. So we're doing readings for Helen right now. Then we're going to pull for Lisa, and we're also going to pull for Courtney. She said she'd love a card, but she may have to rewatch because her baby is pissed. So we'll send the angels. Maybe the baby can calm down. And if not, you can catch it on the replay. But either way, we're definitely going to pull a card for you. Or maybe 3 or 6 or 9, or who knows on the roll we're on. Lex, do you want to pull for Helen next, or you want me to? Oh, you already did? Oh, you're on mute, boo.
I pulled a card and I have yet to get this card. So I pulled 2 so far, but I want to start with this one, and I'm really curious to see what this card has to say. It is like looking into the mirror, and it is family, Omo. And it says, in this card, we see the next 7 generations reflected in a mirror that stand before a couple who hold a child in their arms. The child's spirit refracts into a multitude of future beings who have the wisdom of their ancestors. We who sit with the cards today. The couple has a look of grace and confidence, knowing that they can change the perception of the world with the proper vehicles of delivery. The mirrors wrapped in canvas leaves with flowers to showcase how this guide works through lifetimes. Crystals line the bottom of the mirror, and we see the fruitation of the future self card. The sun and the moon are carved into the frame to showcase how the future will be full of light, yet we will still have some dark days only illuminated by the moon. Omo appears when the subject of family comes up and reminds you that we are all born with a family. They may not be exactly who we wanted, but they are who we need to evolve from the human experience. And I feel like this is also a sign coming in saying that your star family, your spiritual family, your cheerleading family is really with you and they are really around you. And I feel like you might be feeling more isolated from your personal family. The personal humans in your life may make you feel a little different, because I also have here alchemy choices again. So there may be some choices of who you call family, who you choose to surround yourself with. And I don't know if I'm picking up on this right, but I'm feeling like maybe certain boundaries, this card's coming up and saying about certain boundaries with certain family members. And that's one of the hardest challenges. I feel like I have family members that have kind of drained me, energy suckers that have, like, I've been afraid to be myself around, being the black sheep, being afraid to speak my truth, be my truth, or they make you feel, like you shouldn't, like there's something wrong with you for being who you truly are. And your star family comes in and validates that you are so magical and you need to just be your most authentic version of you and not worry about that. And you have the choices, you have the ability to draw certain boundaries and not let certain people's perceptions come into play and mess with you and mess with how you feel in your life and the choices you make for yourself. Make those choices for yourself and not for others. And it says, all blissed out and nowhere to go. Guess I'll just chill. Bliss out, baby, and chill with yourself, because you're amazing and your star family is with you for that. So we got some meditation. So I definitely think meditate with your star family and feel that support and call on them for support, because you can channel them and you can receive their messages and feel them, and they can help guide you in those choices. And that's who you should be calling upon, not the external humans. So that resonates at all.
Love that. Love that one for you, Helen. And I am honored enough to know Helen in person a little bit. And I know she's going through a stressful time and she's praying for some things and some safety for loved ones and healing and growth for herself and others. And I have no doubt that all of this is resonating a lot with her. And I'm going to go ahead, Helen, and pull you a couple cards too, just to see. So this is from the Kyle Gray Angels deck, and Angels for Helen. What does she need to know most this week? All right, pulled 3. So your first one is Helen, Divine Physician, the Divine Physician, Archangel Raphael. Thank you, Raphael, for shining your light upon my healthy body. Archangel Raphael is the healing surgeon and the healing green angels, the head of that legion. And if there's anybody you want with you and your family for the things coming up, it is this guy. And he is on your side and going to show up. You may even see some little orbs or flashes of green. And when you're praying and meditating and holding all the space and all the healing space, ask Archangel Raphael to come on in and to help and to support you. And he will. You will notice. And then next you get synchronicity. Thank you, angels. I trust your well-timed guidance and signs. If there's any hiccups going on, if there's certain things that are supposed to be working out, but they're not, just relax, just breathe, and just trust. Know the angels have your back right now and that everything's working out for the highest good at this time. Then last but not least, you get unconditional love, the Divine Mother. Thank you, Divine Mother, for helping me to give and receive the love that I deserve. As you are being the mother that you are, it's so important to nurture yourself just as much. And when you find yourself meditating, especially when you're just chilling, praying, holding some space, I invite everyone to do this a lot too. Like a lot of times you'll finally start to feel like some rocking. And a lot of times that's that Divine Mother energy coming in and rocking you and holding you. And it feels like maybe it's you, but it's outside of yourself. And sometimes it'll just start happening. And so let that happen for you and do what you need to do right now to mother yourself. Do what you need to do to love yourself, to mother yourself so you can be there for others. So I hope that supports you. And I'm so glad you dropped in tonight, Helen. All right. So then I think after Helen, we were going to go. And then Helen said, yes, very much. And wow. And Kelly Lightbridge, she loves you, Jessie May. And I'm glad you stopped by, Kelly. And I'm glad that Jess is here. What's that, Jess?
I love her too.
Aw, good. So Courtney would love a card too. She may have to rewatch, but we're going to pull some for her anyway. Who wants to start the party?
I will. So okay. I pulled from my red angel deck. I still don't know which one it is, but I got listen deeply. So I feel like this is talking about listening deeply to yourself. I think that this person has their hand over their heart, and I am feeling like the person behind them is their higher self or their true self, um, who is patiently standing behind them, giving them energy. And this person is tuning into that. I'm seeing purple all over the place. So I feel like, again, this has to do with healing. I mean, listen deeply could mean listen to any number of things, but I feel like here it's definitely listening to yourself, finding the quiet spot so you can hear yourself. And then I drew from my Avalon deck, communication. So communicating with your higher self, but then also once you've heard yourself, communicate what you really want. Communication is key to any relationship. Any relationship will deteriorate if there's not communication, including a relationship with ourselves, I feel. And then I have the bear from my power animal deck. The bear represents boundaries, and it says to stand your ground. So with whatever information it is that you find, when you find the quiet spot and listen to yourself and you communicate it, then stand your ground with it. I feel like the hardest part, well, no, it's all hard, but like first finding out what you want and need, and then communicating it effectively, and then standing up for it. I always thought that laying the boundary was the hardest part. Like you finally have had enough and it's like no or whatever. But it's not, it's definitely not. Maintaining the boundaries is the hardest part, I think. Standing your ground in a way that you can be heard is the hardest part for me. So maybe other people feel that way too, because people that are used to a certain type of reaction from you or service from you, whatever it could be, once you don't do that anymore, they will push and push and push because they don't understand, or they don't want you to stop giving your energy. But it's important to stand your ground once you realize where your boundaries are, and eventually those people will either get the point or they will disappear and find someone else to drain the life out of. That's what I got. I don't know where Mandy went. Lex, do you have anything for Courtney? Are you frozen too? Oh, there you guys are.
I'm here. I had to run to the bathroom real quick. I was like, oh, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break.
I was like, everyone's gone. What happened? Okay.
Oh, Kara's here. Hi, Kara. Hi, Lexi. And Courtney said, shadow work isn't comfortable and hard, faux show. That's why Lexi and I hosted and created a show called a class called Shadow Torque, because it's hard. It's not for the faint of heart, but it can be uncomfortable, but it can also be cool and fun and a little goofy and silly. And humor is one of the best ways to start to do our shadow work and shift our perspective. And even in one of our favorite great shadow work teachers and victim mentality releasing teachers, Louise Hay, she always says in her sessions when she was alive and did sessions, she tried to bring humor in as quick as possible, because a lot of times when we can make some light of that situation, like, whoa. And so we're doing heavy work in shadow work, but at the same time, we're able to transmute it quickly because we see it with love and realness and can even laugh it off at times. Go ahead, Lex.
Humor is a tool to alchemize. I feel like it's a tool to help us shift an energy, right? And take something that is weighty and heavy and negative and turn it into something that's better serving for us, right? When we can laugh off things, it helps us elevate, it helps our frequency, right? Helps our vibe lift from the heavier things. And I gotta do a shout out. Hi Billy, hi Kara, I love you all. I'm so glad you're all here. So
Beth, hi.
excited. Oh, hi Beth. Oh,
And
that's
Beth said Shadow Twerk's the best. So nice to process with amazing group. It really is. We're gonna have we're going on week 5 of an 8-week journey. So we will be certainly releasing another Shadow Twerk series after this one. But that's what we do. And if you ever want to hold one-on-one space with Lexi or Jesse or I, we help people transmute shadows and fears and turn their pains into purposes all day, every day in all kinds of different ways. And it's sacred, it's beautiful. We all do it in our own divine time, but you're not alone. And we've all been there. We're all going through shit. We all figure it out. But there's so many opportunities to heal it and to release it and get out of your own prison. So just know that, and we're so glad you're here. And let's keep on reading for Courtney. So that was the first Courtney reading. Lex, you want to go next?
I do, because my reading, it's so funny how it lines up with Jesse's. Okay, it's Jesse's reading technically in different cards per se. Okay, so the first one right away, we got Mabudai Key. And this is talking about becoming aware of our own internal energy body and the power that turning on the fact, recognizing, right, that we have the power to turn on and control our inner energies, right, and our body, and to work with it. So it's the invitation to dive in and to become more aware and take responsibility, right, for your energy. The one thing on it says, am I ready to transform? Am I ready to heal? Am I ready to co-create your power to co-create your dream life, right? Your happiness, your happy ending, your heaven on earth lies within your ability to recognize and work your own energies, right? And learn how to. And that's that relationship with self that we preach about, right? That relationship with yourself, learning how to work with your own energies. So, and it says, spoiler alert, you are so ready to co-create, you are so ready to heal, and you are so ready, you're transforming. And we got the unconditional love blueprint. This talks about how our soul contracts, these lessons throughout life, they are there for our highest good and to help us learn how to give ourselves unconditional love, what the meaning of unconditional love truly is, and that those soul contracts may not always be fun. They do not have to last forever. It's the lesson that they carry with them, right? So when you take that lesson from that soul contract, that's kind of a good way to, if you feel a lingering tie or a drain, or you still feel like, oh, why is this? What was the lesson of that? That's a way to kind of gain closure and, put it neatly in its Akashic record where it belongs, and allow your soul to use it to up level. So give yourself unconditional love. And it's so funny because the card addicted to inner peace, right? So become addicted to loving yourself and creating and maintaining that balance of your inner peace. And it's so funny because you talked about grounding and going within, and the whole grounding into your embodying your feeling, your experience, sitting with it, right? Sitting with yourself. And this is really talks about how the reality, your reality is what you think, right? So put that time in to dreaming up your reality. The power of working with your energy, right? Creating co-creating your existence, your reality, your future, it's you working with your energy. Yes, with your higher self, with your ancestors are supporting you, your past lives. You are a multi-dimensional light being here in Earth School. Tap into those multi-dimensional gifts that come with you, that awaken them up, utilize them. You are going to manifest some beautiful things. And remember to ground and stay grounded and dream it in.
Communicate your dreams.
Yes.
Say them out loud. Let people know.
And so in this card too, do you see the mala in his hands? I love it. So worries are just the unwanted prayers, right? It's prayers of the things that we really don't want, and it's praying them in. So I love the mala. I struggle hard time with negative thoughts. I struggled my entire life with at night when it came time to rest, it would just be like one negative thought, one worry, one concern, one what if, the playing out every possible negative scenario. My mala beads, I fall asleep praying on them. I fall asleep every night in prayer, in gratitude, and the difference that creates. I actually get restful sleep. I actually wake up feeling restful, revitalized, and in by doing so, it protects me from those dream realms. Sometimes I feel like we go to sleep in such a worry with our mind too open, we're too open, and that's when we wake up exhausted because our body never gets to rest. So when we go in with the gratitude, right, it helps ground us and helps us get that really nice restful sleep, right, where we wake up still feeling that gratitude, and in the gratitude, the gift of this new fresh day. So just some suggestions.
I love that. And I got to witness Lexi through that. And it took her a little while to heal that fear and to move that and do that. But she did that. She's sleeping well now. She's got tools for it. So that's part of this too, is you just gotta hold the space for yourself and keep showing up. And Beth gave us love about shadow twerk, which I showed, and Emily said shadow twerk is amazing. It's been helping me immensely. She said she highly recommends you got a shadow twerk class. The space is so supportive in that uncomfortable space. Amen. I feel that, girl. That's really what it's about. And Kara said that retrograde's been hijacking or has been jacking my electronics all day, and it's laughable at this point. It really is. It's wild, right?
Same.
Yeah. And Courtney said that she does. She gives a gratitude list as she lays there and falls asleep. Oh, it's such a good medicine. I start and end every day with gratitude, and I ask angels to surround me in white and blue light and protect me. And I go over things I'm grateful for, and it's amazing what it can do. So last but not least, Courtney, I'm going to pull you a couple cards too. And if you're hopping on and you like a reading, just let us know. Drop a comment. We're See Goddess Healing Arts for Courtney.
I have 10 more minutes, and then I have to pop off.
Jesse has 10 more minutes. And yeah, we're wrapping up anyway, but I know a lot of people just jumped on. So I just wanted to give you all a little love. So a lot of confirmation, very similar to what Jess and Lex were saying. So first you get water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. Really important to, parent yourself, love yourself, do what you need to do to mother yourself and care for yourself and tend to your tender garden. You're sensitive, and it's important you honor that and take a look at that and do the things you need to do in order to serve yourself. You then get star family and star brothers, Jesse. I find this interesting after all your cards. So star family, you're part of a team of souls. Call in support. Know that there are, whether you join our shadow twerk class, whether you're just hanging here tonight, whether you pray to ancestors, angels, and other beings, whether you call it in person, it is there. And you can start meditating on it, calling it in, and asking them to be there and love you and support you. So know that you are very connected, and so many of your support team is starting to show up if you haven't felt supported. And if you have felt supported, spend time with them right now. Then you also get the star brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. Know that you are protected. Know that the people in your life are being loyal. And if they are not, it will be removed very quickly, and it's for the highest good. And know that at any time you're worried or you're working on trust with yourself, best thing we can do to trust ourselves is to set a small goal and start showing up for it. It can be a simple thing like setting the alarm and getting out of bed when it goes off. It could be drinking 3 glasses of water a day, whatever it is, something little just to start there. But they want you to know on a big level, if you're worried about anything going on, you're very protected right now, and it's safe to trust. And if you need some extra support, call in your star family and your star brothers and that divine masculine energy, and it will be there for you. Awesome. So glad you guys are all here. Okay. So Sophia said, I wish you could have signed up again. I know we had to change the time a little bit, but our next session will be the time and day will be changed a little bit again. So hopefully the next one you can hop on into, and we love you. And you were certainly there in spirit, no doubt about it. And Emily said, I think it's good to keep on keeping on. So whenever you can plug back in, I enjoyed sharing that space with you. Oh, so sweet. Amber asked if we are doing free readings. We are. And awesome. Emily said that makes a lot of sense, Lexi. Thanks for putting that into perspective about going to bed, quote, open.
I just knocked over my deck and the sleep card fell out. So I just whacked it with my phone and sleep popped out. So like my cards are hearing you, Lex.
I love it.
I gotta tell you, the whole sleep thing, one of those things, the paranormal investigation has taught me so much about that too. Just about how our receptors, do you know what I mean? Putting myself in uncomfortable places where I can reach so much and then having to like learn. I had to do that work so hard in order to be able to sleep because I was just picking up on so much, especially at night. Because then it's the veil is so thin, you know, and we forget that as sensitive empaths, as most of us here are gifted individuals that feel so much, and we got to protect ourselves while we sleep too. Otherwise, guess what? Our lights on, and it's like trying to work through the night, and it's exhausting spiritually, right? We may not remember it, but our soul does, and our soul's like,
yes, it's true. It can be. And it's just so important. It's part of your spiritual hygiene. And, you know, we dance on the astral, we upgrade, we do all kinds of cool things. So it's important to give yourself some love and prayer and protection and hold space. Like so many of us have had very active dreams during this eclipse season and things going on. And is what it is right now. We accept it, we honor it, we take a look at it, and we go from there. Emily said, Jesse, that's awesome with the sleep card. And then we also have, I don't know if I'm saying right, I want to say Pooja and Amber want a couple cards. So Jesse has to go soon. So maybe, and did I miss anybody before that? I think we caught up on Lisa. Lisa, we're going back up to Lisa. Lisa's time for a card. Awesome. Yay, there it is. Okay. Want to start, Jess?
Sure. So, okay. First, from my Avalon deck, I pulled a good old truth card. So I know Lisa, so I feel like this is about finding it's like I'm just saying the same things, but it's a theme, I think. What is it for real inside? What do you want? What does like Lisa want? Not what does this person or this person or this person want or need. It's what do you want? And call it in. I know that we are actively doing that. And I pulled again the friendship and union card. And so I'm feeling like that is saying lean on the community that you know that you have. And we know who they are. So the purple always, 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 and I say this every time, represents healing for me. You'll find comfort and healing in your like minded community. The green has to do with the heart chakra. And so it's deep. It's your inner desires, no one else. Lean on the community that you know you have, and then from the deck that usually is a spirit coming through is reminding you of your steady progress. It's not going to be 0 to 1,000 in a day. It's if we can keep track of the markers that show our steady progress, kind of like the river card I got before. Excuse me, that showed like just tiny little ripple waves. Like there is movement, it's steady progress. And also I feel like when we make steady progress, we're integrating it along the way. So like we're turning information into embodiment as we go when we go slowly. Because you can have all the information and ideas you want in your mind, but excuse me, until you embody them or integrate them into your daily practice, it doesn't really mean anything. So I'm really wanting to show this card and reach out to the people who you know get it, because they're always there for you. and that is the truth. It's important to recognize what your truth is, and don't get discouraged, because steady progress is the way to go. I'm going to pull one more. The eagle. Spirit, integrity, connection to the angelic realm. There it is. You're connected. Your angels are there, and you know who they are, and they're proud of your steady progress. I know who they are. You know who they are. So I love you.
Beautiful. That was for Lisa. And we're still going to keep going with Lisa. Lex, do you want to pull a card or do you want me to?
Go first.
All right. For Lisa, I'm pulling from the Starseed deck from Rebecca Campbell. What does Lisa need to know? Oh, we got a jumper. And what else? Okay, here's our jumper. And 2. And 3. Wow. Okay, so your first one, the jumper. Your life is a canvas. Artist, manifestation, creative, accountability. A lot of like those vibes Jesse was talking about. Opportunity to really do you and get in tune with your own frequency. Hold yourself accountable to yourself and move forward in your beautiful, beautiful creative energy. And whatever it is you're wanting, this is really a time to focus on that, to call it in, and to co-create. See what magic comes out. You then get, you are not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness and face your true north. And Lex or Jesse, what did you literally just said something like call on the people who, what did you say?
I got the friendship and union card, so it's lean on the people that are like-minded. We are a community, you know, and we know who we all are. We're here. Lean on us. It looks like an equal energy exchange. So anytime you feel like you're burdening someone, you're absolutely not. Absolutely. It's all equal energy exchange between like-minded friends and soul friends.
And if people you're reaching out to aren't receiving you, go somewhere else, knock on a different door. Like we are not for everybody. And it's important to know that and honor that and love that about ourselves and embrace that uniqueness. And then it looks like you got a little medicine card. You got some earth pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down, time in nature. Allow nature to rock and inspire you and be there for you and see what comes through. Allow it to be a medicine for anybody out there. Anytime you walk on bare feet and do some grounding on the earth, it literally transmutes and changes like the frequency and the electrons in your body and gives you all kinds of nutrients and wonderful things. So I hope that this supports you, and I'm so glad you're here, and thank you so much, Lisa. Awesome. Oh, I left that comment up that I was blocking. All right. Emily said that's such a beautiful, rich purple. I think about your card, Jesse. Beautiful. Emily said, I love that. Knock on another door.
Yeah. The purple always represents healing for me. Whether I get it on a card or like as a mental picture when I'm doing a reading for someone or anything, purple is always, always healing.
Yeah. All right, we got 2 more. I know, Jesse, you got to go. Do you want to hop off or you want to stay for 2 more?
2 more minutes.
2 more minutes. All right, 2 more minutes, then she'll hop off. Okay, so we're going to do 2 quick readings. Our last 2 tonight are going to be, if I'm saying it wrong, I'm so sorry. Type in how to say it for Pooja and for Amber. So first for Pooja, how about we do 1 card each and see what comes up? Go ahead, Lex. We'll do Lex, Jess, Mandy.
All right, then I'm doing it out of the fun deck. What do your spirit guides want you to know right now? Whoa! Find your fucking center like a jelly donut full of peace. So they want you to find your center. What is that juicy goodness center feeling, right? find your fucking center like a jelly donut full of peace. Find that inner peace, queen.
And I love that deck. What is that? That's amazing.
Oh, there's so many different ones of it too that I'm going to be adding lots of these. I actually originally bought them to give out in like note cards and stuff, and I just kept it for myself. And I'm going to buy another one to give out in note cards because these are like the best in the world, I think.
I drew a card from my animal power deck because they're the most straightforward. I feel like when someone wants some information, that's the one I pull from, like not my interpretation. Like, so I got porcupine, which represents innocence, and it says, free yourself from guilt and shame. Let that go. It's doing nothing but holding you back from who you really are. Forgive yourself for anything you may be feeling guilty for, and there is absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. Like, put the prickles away toward yourself, you know. Don't judge yourself so much. I feel like people judge themselves more than they judge other people. And why do we do that? I'm not sure. I've lately been trying my best to let go of guilt because we are not the same people today that we were whenever whatever it is went down. And that's important. So this card is saying free yourself from guilt and shame. And that's a major, major message. When you free yourself from that, you will be free. Essentially completely free.
True. Okay, last but not least, I'm going to pull from the Starseed deck for Pooja. Trust in the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Right now, it's an opportunity to really, I flipped it upside down. There we go. It's an opportunity to trust and to zoom out a little bit and set maybe some little micro goals, or look at things a little differently, look at time a little differently, and know that you are in the right place at the right time. Even if it's uncomfortable, you're going through the things that you need to go in on. That's part of trusting that wave. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down, but you're exactly where you need to be. You're creating healing rippling effects for yourself and for others right now, they're showing. So do your best to be a little patient right now, trust that time, and know that there's plenty of time. One of my favorite affirmations from Louise Hay is, there's plenty of time for all that I want to do, plenty of time for all that I want to achieve. And she also commented and said, this makes sense. People around me are blaming me, and this put me in guilt energy. When that happens,
don't let it get you.
It's what happens is there's a really good kind of saying, like, your reaction to me is an awareness in you. My reaction to you is an awareness within me. And sometimes that's like a response. And so whenever, things are happening like that, it's in the 4 agreements too. You just got to do your best. And what others do, it's not because of you. And it's so important to do your best to not take things personally. And I think all of us have our moments. We all know when we're being an asshole, we like to say. We all know when we need to say sorry or make amends. And if you feel like in this situation that you're being accused of some things that really aren't there, like, there's no reason or need to carry that guilt. We are trained as women in particular, and we are just programmed to feel guilt and shame and criticism and fear all the time through all kinds of different ways. And it's actually a reflection when we're feeling guilt and stuff too, that we care, that we honor it, that we're not, ignoring that, and that we're in tune to the situation. But then there comes a time where we need to just say, okay, you know what? I do my best to forgive myself and others in this situation, and I stand in my own light. So I hope that helps you. Trust in the timing of all this. The truth will be revealed. It always is. And thank you so much for stopping on. We appreciate you. And last but not least tonight is Amber. Can I have a general reading, please? So Lexi first, and then Jesse, and then me.
Oh, I'm not on mute. I am off mute. Perfect.
You are here.
Amber, I got get your sweet ass outside, live in the sunshine, swim in the sea, drink the wild air. And you got the Nana Baruco Essence card. And I feel like you have some ancestors standing behind you and like wanting to remind you of that essence, that it's truly you. Because that essence is beautiful and you need to keep connecting with it and living with that essence. So they're supporting you and making sure that you feel alive, that you feel your soul essence, and that you are allowing that soul essence of yours to be shown, to let that light shine bright.
Beautiful.
Okay. I drew from the animal deck. I got squirrel. Oh, so cute. It represents preparation, because underneath here it says get ready for big changes. So maybe the squirrel's hoarding his acorns, getting ready for the big winter change. Again, I need to get a new setup because my elbow is knocking cards all over. But the serpent, which although people have negative connotations to the serpent, in this case, it represents knowledge, which is a familiar story, I suppose. But it also represents healing. So take your knowledge and integrate it, like I was talking about before, and it will bring about great healing. But the thing is that you need to be committed to it. Commitment. My elbow knocked that one over too. So alchemize your knowledge into embodiment and healing, commit yourself to it, and get ready for some big, big changes once that happens. Because that's for real stuff.
For real, for reals.
So,
Love that. Last but not least for Amber. Golden children, the golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gift. Really important to make sure you're tuning into your inner child. That's been a shadow work topic this week for sure. And look at the innocent of all in all situations at all times. Do what you can do to daydream, to have fun, to play, to co-create, and to like really realize the gifts that you have. There's a lot of sensitivities coming in for you, particularly they're showing feeling wise and physically feeling and being sensitive to energies and things like that. And it has a lot of connection to do with the gifts you wrote in on and brought in on here with you. And so do anything you can do to tend to all the children in your life, to see their innocence, to see the innocence in your own inner child, and to restore that. And do what you need to do to tell yourself what you needed to hear back then in order to restore that. So we're so glad you dropped in. I hope this supports you. And thank you all so much for showing up tonight for Sea Goddess Healing Arts Thursday Night Lives. We do this every Thursday. A few of us hop on. I am Mandy, and Lexi and Jessie are here as well. Jess, you want to share a little bit about what you do? Some of your offerings real quick before we go? She does a lot of magic. She's a stealth healer, number one. She creates custom orgone energy pieces.
I do. I do. I do give readings, and next week it'll be available on the website finally, if you'd like a oracle reading with me. I do mediumship. I don't offer specifically mediumship readings, although it does weave itself into my general readings. I can't help it. So it would be a combination of both, although people tend to expect a certain thing when I just say mediumship. But when it's a general reading, I kind of incorporate everything that comes through, and usually that's part of it. My artwork is not on Sea Goddess website right now. It's available on in-person vending, although I'll be working on an online Sea Goddess store. My business name is Organ Original Works, and if you buy something through there, proceeds will go to Sea Goddess. As of right now, that's how it works. I'm working on a specific Sea Goddess line and store that would only be available through them. But again, if you purchase anything at all, part of it goes to Sea Goddess already. So yeah. And then in May, I'll have service up on the website if you'd like a reading.
Yay!
I'm not my best. I'm not my best hype person. I'm not.
I know, but you know yourself better than I do. I can hype you up all day, but when we've got the artists in the house, we need a couple words. Who just said thank you, everyone? Lisa Erickson said yay. Amber said, just working on totally trusting my intuition and psychic gifts. It's the time to. You got this, girl. It's coming on in. You got the rare gifts game in your card. She also said, I can definitely feel things happening before it happens and somehow know things before it happens. I also do a lot of research about spirituality. Thank you for the reading. You're welcome. And actually, also tonight, our affirmation, Thursday, April 27th, from Louise is, I am progressing on my spiritual path. I am at the place that is just right for me. I love that one for all of us today because it's true, and that's where we all are. Lexi, she might come back on, she might not, but I'm going to give her a little shout out. She's an incredible reader, and she is a co-teacher with me on shadow twerk. She's also a conscious parent, and she does lymphatic drainage and incredible readings and mediumship. And if you want to hold space with her, she's got a discount, Lexi 15. You can book any of her services. And I'm Mandy Elam. I'm an intuitive ascension guide. Basically, that's a spiritual coach or a life coach with a spiritual twist. And what we do when we hold soul space is we connect to your higher self and your angel team, make sense of what's going on now and why. You can ask any questions. Sometimes I use cards or my pendulum. We get to see a lot of times certain karmas and past lives or traumas or dramas or things holding us back in order to co-create and manifest what we really want. So that's what I love to spend time with people doing and helping them develop their psychic and intuitive gifts. And I'm so grateful each and every one of you hopped on tonight. We are Sea Goddess Healing Arts. Please give us a like, a share, a follow. And I also offer, if you've made it to the end, a 50% off coupon. You just type in Mandy Live when you go to Sea Goddess Healing Arts and you go to my bookings page, and all my services will be 50% off. We have online classes, we have in-person events and drum circles, we have beautiful products that we're offering. So please give us a check out. And good evening, Julie. Sorry we missed you too. We love you, and we are heading off, but we're glad we got to say hello. So big love to everyone. Have a beautiful night and a beautiful weekend. Lexi popped on with big hearts. We love you, Lex. Take care. Bye.